Hello, and welcome to my arena creative world. Now, this is something that I was working on probably more than a year ago now, and I honestly I don't remember how the whole thing totally works. I would like to revisit it because I remember I really liked working on this. But I'm going to walk you through this. This is a game that I was creating. It does use a few command blocks, however, they're not necessary for the game to work. You could make this in survival, it would just require some altering. The only thing that I use the command blocks for currently are teleporting to make things faster to move around, and also I use it for some messages that will pop up in chat, like when the match begins. But you'll hear I also use note blocks for that, so you could do away with all the command blocks and just have to, I guess, rework the layout of it a little bit. Um, but the way this game works is it's going to be basically just a fight in an arena. But the way it works is if you have four people playing the game, you come over here, you select your colors that you want to play, but you're only going to select the amount of players that you're going to play in each match. And then it's going to randomly select colors from the ones that are active, and then drop those players into the game to fight. So you never know if you're actually going to go into the game to fight yet. You might just be a spectator for that particular match. And let me walk you around and show you the way it works. Each of these corners, you can see there's currently eight different colors that are going to be playing in this game, and the different corners have the different colors that play. So let's say I'm green. I'm going to run over to this corner, and then I'm going to go run over into my green tube. And currently I just have these gates up because I've loaded them all with zombies, so that we don't actually have to play in one of the matches. But these are the tubes that you would go into depending on what color you're going to play. And let me just, this I guess the spectator area where you can't hop over. I do want to have a look at the layout of this better, and also I didn't really spend too much time in the actual arena area. But yeah, so basically, whoever gets selected for the game gets dropped down from their tube into this bottom section of the tube, where you'll get equipped with a sword. And I think that's all you get equipped with. I don't remember if there's anything else that you get equipped with, but I'm pretty sure. So you get a sword, and then after that, once the game is about to begin, these tubes open up, and you get dropped down into this arena where you're supposed to fight. And these gates here would close up once the match has begun, so that you can't get out unless you kill each other. And the dead player would get respawned back into where he would have set his spawn, which would be this room. And until right now, it's just this end match button. But let's say you had three people, so it's a three-player match, and everyone's just fight to the death basically. And once the two players had died, both of them would be sitting in this room waiting with these bars up. And then once the match has ended, they'd press this button, and these gates would go down. And then the winner would go well, let me see, where did I put that entrance over here? I think I knocked down the wall here. Okay, so the winner would be left in this arena after the other players had died, and once those losers would press that button, these two gates here would drop down, and the winner could go up any of these four ways. And like I said, currently I'm using command blocks to teleport you, but they'd run over to these pressure plates, and they'd get spawned into this winner room, where the winner could select a song to put on. But let's not do that. And the winner would also get a prize. So I don't remember how many prizes the winner would get, but once that button over there in the other room is pressed to end the match, a new prize will get spit into this winner's prize, and then the winner would be able to use that prize in the next match if he wanted to keep playing. So let's see how this works. Let's pretend there's four of us playing. And the first person runs up, he presses the red one. The red player wants to play, blue wants to play, and green and yellow. There we go. Standard colors. And so all the players have selected the colors they want to play, and they're ready to hop in their tubes. But first you have to select the number of players they're going to play in this match. So let's do just a one-on-one match. And unfortunately, this is a little bit annoying. I had this set up so you have to press it twice. So it's a one-on-one match. 2 players are playing. You press it twice. And then once you're ready to begin, you hit this begin match button. And then we won't play as a player yet, but we'll run down the blue tube just so you can see how it works. So press the begin match button, and you run down into your area where you're going to hop in the tube. Let me just fly over to the area where I had open. Let's just open this up. So it's going to select 2 players out of the 4, which is blue and green. Luckily, we were able to see both of them. So blue and green both drop down. Oh, and that particular tube, because it was dark in there, ended up spitting out 2 zombies. Sorry, but these were not supposed to be there. But you can see the green monster, the green player and the blue player would have been dropped down. That's where these opened up, and then they'd be fighting in this arena. And these gates, as you can also see, have gone back up again, so that they can't jump into the winner's area until someone dies. And so once one of these players has died, they're gonna get, as I showed you before, the loser who died would go into this room here, where you can see the gates are up. And then once, obviously because this is a one-on-one match, as soon as this player dies, he can go and press this button, opening the gates up again, which also opens the gates, which are, let's just open this up as well. And you can see these gates have gone down because that end match button was pressed. The winner would run up this, and he would go, okay, there's 2. So he would grab his milk, and he would grab his regeneration potion. These 2 would have been taken from the last winner. Milk would be useful. I believe I don't remember all the different prizes that I've put, but I think I've got some splash potions and stuff. Can you cheat? Oh, look at that. I even have it set up so you can't grab the next prize that's going to come. So we were the winner. We grabbed our milk and we grabbed our regen potion. So we came out here, and as you can see, red and yellow are still ready to go because they weren't finished yet. So we're gonna actually, let's grab a sword just to knock out. We're gonna play as red this time, just so you can see what it's like to be one of the players. We're gonna select a 2-player match again. And then we're gonna hit the begin match button. Let's run over to the red area. We'll have to kill this zombie. Because there's not going to be much random to this because there's only 2 players and 2 colors selected. So we will be dropped down this time. You can see I was equipped with a sword, and it was just a sword. And then we were dropped. And it would only be me and this yellow person fighting currently. And then we'd fight it out. And then once he died, he'd get spawned to that room, and then I would be the winner, and I would end up in the winner's area. I just wanted to quickly show you the redstone for this. I'm not going to be going over it too thoroughly, but basically you can have a look at it here to see how I have it set up. This down here is just the way the randomizer is currently set up, which is you can see that piece of it is right here. So yeah, I'm not going to go through this whole thing. Not going to go through much of it actually, but basically right here is the timer for when the match begins. Each of those will play a note for each second that the timer's counting down. Here is where I have the player selection done. So this piston would go down once you've selected the red. Here, let's show you that right now actually. So I've selected red, and you can see the red light is now lit up because this is pushed down. that player's in the game, basically. And then down here you can see I've got it all color coded. The red goes to the red tube, the blue goes to the blue tube, and this is lit up once the randomizer is run. One of these corresponding colors would get a signal to drop the person down to the tube. But yeah, so that's the way this looks now. If I was to build this in survival, it would have to be all the redstone part of this would be the same. It's just the command blocks and the way you move up and down the floors would have to be different. It was really the randomizer part of this that I was working on because I like the idea of if there's 4 people playing, 2 random players getting dropped down into the match. I'm trying to think of a game in real life that it's kind of like. Um, but yeah, I like that you're sitting in your tube ready to play, and you have no idea whether or not you're actually going to play that match or not. But yeah, I might build this on a server so that I can play with people. I don't want this all to go to waste. But let me know what you guys think. I had a lot of fun building this from what I remember. I would have to revisit the way I have this set up because I do not remember a lot of the way this works. But you can see I am using minecarts, and the minecarts are the one that drop the pick up and drop off the random player from what I remember. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Yeah, and I guess just have a good day. Thanks a lot. Bye.